Okay, so there are a few different scenarios you might see when you're dividing with decimal numbers. One scenario is if you have a whole number outside of the long division. So that would be the divisor. So let's have 4 into, let's say, 3.2. So this, when we have a whole number on the outside, all we have to do is bring the decimal point straight up and then divide as if the decimal point wasn't there. So 4 into 3, that's going to be 0. 4 into 32 is 8. So my answer is 0.8. Another scenario is if we have a decimal number on the outside. So let's say 0.2 into, and let's make this one a whole number, 16. So if we have a decimal point as the divisor, or a decimal number, then we need to get rid of that decimal. One way to do that is to multiply by tens, hundreds, however many times you need to move the decimal place. So if I need to move this once to get to the end of the number, that means I'm going to need to do the same on the inside. There is no decimal for 16, so I need to start at the end and move over once. And then our trusty zeros, our placeholders, put a 0 as a placeholder. So we're really dividing 2 into 160. And then divide it like long division. 2 into 1, nothing. 2 into 16, 8. 2 into 0, 0. So my answer is 80. The third scenario we might see, let's have 0.03 into 10. Actually, let's put 1.0. So that way we have a decimal on the inside and the outside, the divisor and the dividend. So just like the one above, I'm going to move this over till I get to the end of the number. That becomes 3. So I moved it twice. That means I have to move the decimal on the inside of the long division twice as well. So that's going to become, put a 0 as a placeholder, 100. So now I can divide. 3 into 0, nothing. 3 into 10, 3 times. 9 minus 1, bring down. So 3 into 10, 3, 9 minus 1, nothing to bring down. So I have to add a decimal and a 0, and then bring that down. So you're noticing a pattern, right? The 3 is going to repeat forever. So this is called a repeating decimal. Repeating decimal. So we're going to use a bar to indicate that it's repeating. That's one way to show it. Another way to show it is using fractions, so 33 and a third. That could also work because that implies that it goes on forever. The way I get a third is 1 over 3 because 1 was our remainder, 3 was the outside, the divisor. So with this repeating decimal, you can add zeros. The rule of thumb is add zeros after the decimal. Oops, let me fix that. Need a space. Until you have no remainder or you see a pattern. So let me bring that over. So in this case, I added zeros until I saw the pattern.